I mean, he's so blatantly stupid. He's a punk, he's a dog, he's a pig, he's a con, a bullshit artist, a mutt who doesn't know what he's talking about, doesn't do his homework, doesn't care, thinks he's gaming society, doesn't pay his taxes. He's an idiot. Colin Powell said it best. He's a national disaster. He's an embarrassment to this country. It makes me so angry that this country has gotten to this point, that this fool, this bozo, has wound up where he has. He talks how he wants to punch people in the face. Well, I'd like to punch him in the face. This is somebody that we want for president? I don't think so. What I care about is the direction of this country. And what I'm very, very worried about is that it might go in the wrong direction with someone like Donald Trump. If you care about your future, vote for it.
Robert De Niro found himself at the center of a media firestorm after unleashing a series of scathing critiques of former President Donald Trump. His passionate political commentary quickly spiraled into a public relations nightmare, revealing a frustration that had been simmering for years.
I don't want to destroy it. Donald Trump wants to destroy not only the city, but the country, and eventually he could destroy the world. But we vowed we would not allow terrorists. I owe this city a lot. And that's why it's so weird that Donald Trump is just across the street. Because he doesn't belong in my city. I don't know where he belongs, but he certainly doesn't belong here. We New Yorkers used to tolerate him when he was just another grubby real estate hustler masquerading as a big shot. A two-bit playboy lying his way into the tabloids, pretending to be a spokesperson for himself. He was calling it as himself for himself, to fool the press into inflating his net worth. A clown. But this city is pretty accommodating. We make room for clowns. We have them all over the city. People who do crazy things in the street, we tolerate it. It's part of the city, it's part of the culture. But not a person like Trump who will eventually run the country. That does not work, and we all know that.
The actor's disdain for Trump seemed to grow stronger over time, evolving into dire warnings about the potential consequences of his presidency. During one particularly heated interview on The View, De Niro's frustration boiled over.
She's gorgeous.
Is it more tiring now than it was before, raising a little one?
I have people who help me.
Well, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but
What, you're not doing it yourself?
not all of it. No.
Not all of it.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
She is cute as hell.
She is
Yeah.
so cute.
Yeah. She's the only one who loves me, no condition, no nothing.
Of course.
No criticism.
That's right.
Of course.
Yeah.
She doesn't even criticize your movies or anything.
Nothing. Well, some people have criticized you because you've been pretty open about your dislike for Mr. Trump and the danger he poses to democracy. You once famously said you'd like to punch him in the face. But right now, he's leading in the polls in 5 battleground states. Any advice to the Biden campaign or the voters? What are you thinking?
Well, I think I don't understand why people are not taking him seriously. Because you read about it historically in other countries that they didn't take the people.
As the controversy surrounding De Niro's comments grew, he continued to express his concerns about Trump's potential impact on the country.
Guy in Hollywood are doing this, and that's why they put him on MSNBC all the time and let him host these award shows and everything else, because he's just given the machine what it wants, as I always say about Stephen Colbert. Here he is on MSNBC, the televised mental institution known as MSNBC, and he can't even tell you one terrible thing that the Orange Man did, but he does bring up Hitler.
You have no upside in having this conversation, in speaking out against Donald Trump. You are making yourself a target. The interview will air, and he will immediately find a reason to talk bad about you in public.
Yeah.
but you're choosing to use your platform to do so. What do you say to other celebrities who don't want to alienate part of their fan base, don't want to step in harm's way, but they have similar megaphones that you do?
You know, the idea to be bullied at my age by someone like this is not happening.
I'm pretty sure you were never bullied.
No, there was a kid sometime this, that, but the point is not, and for the country, no. And I think other people are gonna have to stand up and just, because it's either that or you're gonna find yourself in a situation that's so terrifying. We always hear about people from Eastern Europe.
De Niro's inability to understand Trump's appeal to a significant portion of the electorate was seen by some as evidence of his disconnection from everyday Americans. In an attempt to explain his strong feelings, De Niro often resorted to personal attacks on Trump's intelligence.
Yeah, he's so stupid. Look at the lame, inane things that he said. He's so stupid, he can't even say anything clever or smooth. He's a moron. But he's a scary one. And in all seriousness, and we know it here, people have to get out and vote and vote and vote and vote.
Yeah, one time each. Do you think he pretends to be dumber than he is to confuse people and make them think? No, you think he's
no. I don't think so.
Why do you think? I'm curious why you would guess that there's a big group of people in this country who believe that he cares about them.
I am totally dumbfounded, baffled by that. I can't understand it, and it's a thing that we've seen over decades and decades. And he's a what's it? Tammy Faye and the other one.
Yes.
Same thing. Give us your money, we're going to save you. Yeah, televangelist.
Yeah.
It's just the same thing, and it's so obvious. I just don't understand. People can buy it. I just don't know. It's all an act in a certain way. It's all out of insecurity. He's deeply, deeply insecure. He is a malignant narcissist. He's a socio-psychopath. He's created some new language as far as describing somebody in his mental condition. It's so frightening and scary, and he's dangerous. We got to get rid of him.
Do you ever?
And shame on those Republicans that don't have the nerve, the balls to go after him.
As the controversy continued to unfold, De Niro's representatives attempted to shift the focus back to his acting career. They emphasized his upcoming projects and tried to steer interviews away from political topics. However, the actor's outspoken nature and deeply held convictions made it challenging to completely avoid the subject of Trump and contemporary politics. In one interview, De Niro briefly touched on his new film before quickly returning to his criticisms of Trump.
It's about a couple with their son who's on the spectrum, which means he's on the autistic spectrum, and so that could mean anything, literally just anything, but it's not typical behavior. And the school wants to, he's being forced to be put in a program by the mother who he lives with, and the father is Bobby Cannavale's character is against that, and so on. And so he kidnaps him and takes him on a road trip, basically, to see you.
Yeah.
And I don't know what else could I.
Yeah, no, it's good. We have the trailer, so that'll fill in the blanks for us. So here it is. First look at the trailer from the movie Ezra.
My man Ezra, the lion without a net, so that he could order himself a...
Iced tea, please.
The doctor who first told me my son was autistic could have saved us both a lot of time if he just said the truth. Autistic kids don't give up. Jenna knows I'm broken.
She knows you're still not over her. The man your age shouldn't be living with his father.
He led 20 kids onto Washington Street.
Your son has been a danger to himself. He's not dangerous. He's a challenge.
You want to do something for your son? You get yourself to LA. Jimmy Kimmel wants to book you.
What?
They're not going to fly you. Is that going to be a problem?
No.
Hey, what are you doing?
I need to get him away from here.
Stop taking the car.
Making him a side pop.
All I ever wanted was just to protect our boy.
Well, I'm protecting him now. You know, the word autism comes from the Greek, in your own world. I don't want him in his own world. I want him in this world.
You're fighting for something. You might have to suffer consequences, but it's worth it because you love your kid.
A dad's job is to take his son down the field. And if he gets tackled, all that dad wants is for that kid to pick up the ball and to take it the rest of the way.
This controversy raises a crucial question. How can public figures express political opinions without alienating audiences in our polarized society? The challenge of balancing passionate advocacy with constructive dialogue affects both celebrities and politicians. What's your take? Should stars speak out on politics or stick to entertainment? Comment below.